God! Oh, Jesus, God, oh!
Welcome back to the greatest Germany playthrough you've ever seen. Now that I'm in a decent place, it's time to look outwards and get some colonies. Being Germany, people naturally want to sit down and make deals with me, and one of those deals just happened to relate to the Ottomans, but we'll get to that in a bit. First off, I had to integrate Bavaria into Germany, but of course they aren't going to go peacefully, so I had to waste 6 months fighting a war that realistically should have been wrapped up in 6 weeks, but that's just Vic3 for ya. Now back to the Ottomans, a plan was made to partition them. Austria would get the Balkans from them, Russia would get the Middle East, and I'd get their few African colonies. But as Austria started the first Diplo play, the Ottoman player knew what was going to happen and just sacrificed some land like a gecko letting go of its tail to buy itself more time, leaving us blue-balled for 5 years until we can attack again. The Ottomans weren't done causing problems though, because somehow, I don't know, the Dutch East Indies was in a Diplo play against them and then capped out without the Dutch themselves being involved, leading to a very weird result.
Oh my, what did you do, TBG?
Wait, what? Yeah,
he explicitly asked me for this, in my defense.
TBG,
what do you mean?
What the fuck is the East
you're
Indies?
free now, you dumbass.
What? Oh my god.
I mean, why am I the dumbass? You were supposed to join. We just went over that.
No, you didn't. I can make him a protectorate again. And
Indonesia.
Right.
I'm Indonesia now. No, Bron, this works out great. I'm Indonesia now.
Why do they make it so it doesn't just insta-force you into, like, subject wars? Like,
that's what it does in the IC, but no one cared to do it for Dutch East Indies.
what is wrong with these fucking devs, man?
Oh no, the devs.
What do you mean? This isn't the dev problem.
No, this is the devs.
No, I had the same problem when
I
I
didn't
tried
say
playing-
which devs.
Yeah.
Indonesia's damaging relations, excuse me, TBG?
I have a lobby, alright, with the intellectuals. No, please don't. I need to get you down by 1, just for a little bit.
Yeah, please don't get the subject payments. I was perfectly content waiting for the next Ottoman partition. Germany was getting stronger every month, and I was building a solid economy, but sadly, certain people just can't stand to watch me get back on my feet.
I just can't believe college is in here playing like the... Okay, Jack of Spades left.
Playing like what, huh?
Like the worst Germany I think I've seen in years, and then he gets left alone because people feel so sorry for him. The pity reaches maximum, and then he goes around stomping on cheese. Now he's talking about Poland, like everyone else didn't give him like a fucking mile of breathing room to fix his nation from.
Look at Al Qaeda trying to deflect.
Look at that! Look at you trying to divert.
Like 2 to 3 almost bankruptcies,
most blatant like manipulation. Holy shit! Shut the fuck up. We know what you're trying to do.
I'm just gonna tell you, you're basically ISIS in this.
I'm ISIS. Well, I've just
the whole of Germany is ISIS.
ISIS, come to New York.
So what happened? What happened was everyone killed you. They forgot about you. Then you start doing things and you act up, and then you're like, hey guys, I'm still here.
Where's this coming from? I haven't done anything wrong in this game, and here's Jake trying to slander me as some big villain. Just like interesting.
You did do something wrong.
They get oil in German states, so it's not even an issue.
No, I'm not. This 2 nights in a row. I don't think so. Swimming,
Jake,
snake coil over here. Like, number 1 power that he's like, yeah, you got to take on the other guys.
Get rid of Jake.
Europe should unite.
Yeah, unite and kill Jake. Like, yeah, you're right.
Oh, look, is that it again?
Wait, you have to kill Korea? Is he the big bad guy now?
College is chugging it so hard
Iraq right now. He's about to invade, like, what's the equivalent of Kuwait? He's going to invade Manchuria.
Okay.
What's the equivalent of Kuwait, Manchuria?
Dude,
you're out of line. Soon, it was time for the Ottoman partition to happen for real. It was only gonna be Germany, Russia, Austria-Hungary, and Italy versus the Ottomans, so you could say it's looking kinda winnable for me. As for the Ottomans, well, it was looking really bad. I mean, looking at the horde that was coming for them, there really is only one way out. Finally, I have my first colony in Africa, and it's time for me to begin my colonization efforts. It's not going to be easy with all the clout against colonization, but I'm going to get through this. I especially got unlucky that the industrialists have a pacifist leader. He's making this so annoying. Just let me be a hypocrite, okay? We get to enjoy our liberal democracy here while we exploit others somewhere else to make it better. During this whole game, our Spain player has been having some problems. Yes, pretty much the same problems as the last campaign, but with way more civil wars. But to be fair to him, he couldn't avoid the most recent civil war because he was desynced and he had enough of trying to fix this mess of a nation and left. So what I took from this is that Spain was free real estate, and since I wanted to get Italy in my market, I thought I could get 2 birds with 1 stone by declaring on Spain with him to take his colonies. I got colonial exploitation just in time for this war where I get the Philippines and Italy gets Morocco. The war was pretty easy since Spain was already doing pretty bad, but I could not get Italy in my market. I did everything I could. I built in him all the diplomatic relations, I was even bankrolling, but it just wasn't happening. My EU dreams were dead. But in the background, while the game was going on, deals were being made. France was out for vengeance, but not against me, against Braun as the Netherlands. He wanted to partition the Netherlands with me, and I mean, that was a pretty good deal, so I was for it. Also, Russia wanted to go in for a second partition of the Ottomans with the same coalition. The 1890s were shaping up to have a lot of action.
Oh, why don't you accept my defensive pact?
Wait, you sent a defensive pact? I was talking Walk, so I wasn't paying attention.
I'm gonna accept that, college. Did you even get it or no?
I'm not seeing it.
Am I, like, secretly desynced?
You might be, yeah.
You didn't desync when you rejoined. That's what I know.
Why is he not getting it then?
But can you do it the other way? Can he offer it to
college,
you?
College, can you offer me a defense?
Like, it's mutual, guys.
Ron,
Yeah?
I'm afraid there's been a deal.
Oh, so you lied him! You just pretended he was a
I mean, college, I was gonna make you a deal too, so you didn't even hear me out. You let Cheese whisper in your ear while I was walking my dog. 'Cause the thing is that College and Cheese made a deal to kill me, Swimmy, but I've offered College a counter deal where I sway College into the play for humiliation, which stops Cheese from joining the play against Weekend.
So you humiliate Cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What?
Humiliate Cheese, and then we immediately go into Weekend. Would be, I guess, it's your plan, right? So I had to make a very hard choice. I work with the Netherlands and beat France, then work with the UK to beat Russia. Or I partition the Netherlands with France and work with Russia for another partition on the Ottomans. Now obviously the Braun deal is better for me, but I have to think about the future of that. And that future relies on Trust and Swimmy to back me up when France and Russia try to get their revenge. Considering my history with Swimmy, I couldn't exactly put it past him to see me get a lot stronger from those wars and look at me like,
you have become a rival!
Leaving me to be attacked by most of Europe without any good allies. But what if I tried to play both sides and get more for myself? After all, I am a great power, and I can't stay great if I'm not a bit greedy. I hurt France, I work with Russia one last time for some more colonies, and make a deal with Swimmy to go in on Russia. There's no way trying to have my cake and eating it too would go wrong for me, right?
Please. There have been some things that have happened between us, and I just want to say, you really should have taken the high road, Cheese.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Cheese.
Just for College's video whenever this comes around. College is the bad guy, by the way.
Bad.
By definition, he is the bad. Just for, can we get a zoom back to when Cheese decided not to kill College, and now College is dismantling Cheese?
So, unsurprisingly, me working with the UK in this war brought a lot of suspicion in from the Russians. I didn't want to fight a second front, so I started talking to him about the Ottoman plan.
So what's going on?
We can. I didn't. He attacked me.
No, it's not about that. It's about what College's next thing is.
Oh, okay.
The plan is, all right. We gotta. I mean, like I said, we gotta partition the Ottomans. Let's see. Let's see. What was the plan again?
I don't give a shit what you guys do with the Ottomans.
Okay.
It's only Swimmy that does. If you all gangbang, then Swimmy won't join. Like,
now, in hindsight, I should have known that a second Ottoman war with Russia would be a red line for the UK because Swimmy made it very clear to me that he was not happy with my participation in the first partition. But in the moment, I was thinking better to ask for forgiveness than permission, right? Welp, the Great War has started early now. It's basically Germany, Russia, Austria, and Italy versus UK, France, Ottomans, and Egypt, along with the US financially backing France. Since the sides were so evenly matched, it was a stalemate. The only way anybody was breaking was with their economy, and even with American financial support, France's debt ballooning made me think Braun and I could beat him. But as time went on, my debt was also ballooning, and we weren't very close to winning, so I had to make another tough choice. Do I abandon Braun to focus on the Ottoman War? France says they'll leave me alone if I do it, but I just betrayed him. How do I know he won't return the favor? Or do I just abandon Russia and the Ottoman War and focus on France? The Netherlands and Russia know I'm considering both of these options, so they're trying their hardest to convince me to abandon the other. It was a hard choice to make, but the longer I kick the can down the road, the worse it gets. With the successful Russian invasion of Constantinople, I was convinced that that war was more winnable, and maybe with France's debt, he'd also feel compelled to honor the deal. But that is not what happened.
Well, you threw Braun under the bus, and Braun decided to throw you under the bus in return.
Yeah, it's over.
Wait, they're losing. They're ticking.
Yeah.
The Ottomans is ticking. Oh, you're going to win that war in a matter of months.
You'd think we have this in the bag at this point, right? Wrong! You forgot that Vic3 combat is still very awful. So despite Russia taking Constantinople, having 700,000 men in the city, and their navy nearby, the Ottomans were able to retake the city because another front line opened up across the strait that they blitzed and retook the city behind those 700,000 men. So there goes our only chance to win the war. Russia and I are about to default. Italy is in a civil war. All we can do is accept that this is the end of the road for us and capitulate. So all sauce is gone, my colonies have been seized, and of course, I'm dead broke. I got greedy and I've paid the price, so now it's time for me to do some soul searching about what Germany will be in the future. I needed a fresh start, and that would be hard with 86 million pounds of debt, so I bit the bullet and declared bankruptcy. America seemed to be doing pretty well for itself, so maybe I should try to be more like them. I'm trying to be more progressive, but the progressives in this country aren't doing themselves a favor. This guy, Johann Grieb, becomes a feminist, and the next I hear from him, he gets a suffragette protester killed with his horse. Others are getting the wrong message. We're all about freedom and equality in this country, and the Poles think that means freedom from Germany, so I gotta bring out my correction sticks to show them the right way. Our next election after the war sees the rise of the Communist Party and the National People's Party. You may think that name sounds pretty sus, but rest assured, despite their racism, they are firm believers in democracy. It took 7 years, but finally my economy and prestige recovered enough that I could stand amongst the great powers, but if we're gonna be real here, it's in name only. I have no power beyond my borders. I allow women to vote in their first election, the actual Nazi party forms. I guess that was the straw that broke the camel's back. The communists still sweep the election, so I made them the main party of the government, allowing me to pursue a lot more progressive laws. My agitators are leaving Germany because things are going so well. Germany has practically reached its final form that they're saying we've reached the end of history. We're now in our nothing ever happens era. But I disagree. I think there's still progress to be made. What better way to turn Germany into the happiest place on earth than by implementing the Disneyland socialism that this game has? Within a year of passing the law, I have over 31 million loyalists, up from 20 million before I passed it, and I'm sitting at 22 standard of living, which is number 2 in the world at this point. Some could say that I made Germany great again, but of course, in times of prosperity, there has to be someone to ruin it. France, Russia, Germany, and Italy versus the UK and Commonwealth, US and Ottomans. It's looking like a pretty balanced matchup, so the war can go any. So, some things may have happened, but nothing happened to me, so it really all worked out. The most important thing to take away from this is that I now have the #1 standard of living on the planet. They badmouthed me, they made fun of me, well, who's laughing now? Germany is the happiest place on earth. I gotta give a big shout out to the government that made this reality possible. Victoria3 supports horseshoe theory, guys. You saw it here first. So, the campaign ends with Germany under Nazbol rule. I mean, I'll take it. I'm lucky to even made it to the end of the campaign. In other lobbies, I would have been killed by 1850. Even though I did really bad this MP game, I did have an overall enjoyable time, but I'm gonna be taking a break from Vic3 MP for a bit. While I clearly have a lot to improve upon, with the current state of the game, I don't think getting better at it is going to make it much more enjoyable for me, so hopefully 1.9 is a good update because 1.8 update looking kinda mid. I hope they don't keep kicking that Army and Navy rework can down the road much longer, because the dev diaries are low-key annoying me now. Vic3 is like a house without windows and they're just telling me how they're going to replace the carpets and curtains. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to leave a like to give me dopamine, and if you're feeling extra generous, you can join my alumni on Patreon and help me continue to put out the content that you love. Your support there really means a lot to me and inspires me to do better for y'all. That's all for me, so I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.